Smiling Friends is a show on television. A television show, if you will. On adult cartoons specifically. Common tradition amongst adult cartoons is to have some kind of detail in its theme song that's changed every episode. Futurama shows a different tagline and public domain cartoon every time. American Dad has either a different newspaper headline or different Roger costume depending on what season you're watching. Bob's Burgers changes the store on the right and exterminator truck. And the Yellow Family Variety Hour has like a billion that are iconic enough that I don't gotta talk about them. Since Smiling Friends' theme song is just... and that's literally it. Instead, they have their gag in the end credits. Each episode ends with a memorial for a different, grotesquely photoshopped image meant to be a fictional person who was killed. Then they died, and now they're dead. To death. And if you read the title, I'm going to rank all 17 of the ones that currently exist from worst to best. I'm not waiting for season 3. I had the idea now, and I want to make it now. Waiting is gay! Number 17. Simon S. Salty is the weakest for me because they really just went, oh, him dying's a big thing in the episode, just put him there, or fucking whatever. I can only get so mad at a joke picture that's not even on screen for a full second, but since the rest of these are either a whole new made-up character or they tie into the episode in better ways, this one's gotta be at the bottom. Picture's at least funny, even though I can't tell if they edited this one or not, which that honestly makes it funnier. Number 16. Elmer Edgar E. Evans is this low just because I've seen actual old dudes in real life who just look like this, so whatever they did to edit this one doesn't really do it for me personally. This is one of 3 of these things where the wiki doesn't know who that's a picture of, and that's the only other thing I have to say about this one. Next! Number 15, we're already at the sort of middle point that these lists usually have where I don't really have anything to say about these besides just, it's kind of funny. And of all these, Quentin the Animal Gwillington is the one I find just the least funny. I like his stupid goiter and acne and the fact that somehow they turned a picture of Michael Cusack into this, but I just think the rest are funnier, that's it. Number 14. Shpjorngur Splom is more blatantly Michael Cusack if you want to compare this to the last one just to see how far they went with that. This one might not be as bizarre, but the camera red, eye flash ridden 1,000-yard stare perfectly fits whatever hellish flesh room this guy seems to be trapped in. Like, I mean, I'd make that face if I were trapped there. And all that just gives me more to talk about than the last one, that's why it's higher. Number 13, I'm not even going to try pronouncing that. This is a picture of series composer Brendan Caulfield. Might not look like much, but looking closely at it for the first time has shown me that for some reason that face is just plastered on like a vinyl record, so it gets this high because I want to know what kind of music is on this thing. What will I hear if I put that in my record player? Number 12. Squibbity-dee, squibbity-doo. This looks like someone I know. I just can't pinpoint who. This is the second one the wiki can't identify. They just think it's like a 3D model. But fuck no, that is clearly a picture of somebody. What do you mean? Number 11 looks way more like it was drawn or modeled, but apparently Sick Little Freak is a picture of William Street producer Cameron Tang. He just looks misunderstood. Like, I don't get freak vibes from him, more so that he's just too fed up with his life to care about hygiene or pretty much anything else. Like, he doesn't have the drive to be a sick little freak. Poor dude's just giving up. He's definitely a chronic masturbator, though. Maybe that's what the name refers to. Number 10. Dr. Terrence Nimbuon II is just vile. This is the real sick freak. Somehow that's Abed Geith, the guy who played Tyler. Genuinely, how the fuck do they get from that to this? I want to move on. Get this thing off the screen. Number 9. So when it comes to using characters from the episode for one of these, it seems like there's the good one, which we'll get to, but you've probably already sussed out what it is. The bad, and then the middling one. That middling one would be Xenor, the mentally ill alien. Pim and Charlie lie and say they know this guy to try and get on the alien's good side, and it turns out he's dead. He mainly just doesn't look like the party bro he's hyped up as in the episode, but that smile is definitely the one of a mentally ill person who's trying to act like they're fine. It's got that AI generated type of shine to it. Don't know if it actually is or not, but I'm still going to be a snob ass bitch and deduct points for that. They edited a picture of director and artist David Hootsell for this, which I want to take some time to mention. He goes by Shiglu online if you recognize that name at all. And he's done fan animations for this sort of Newgrounds crew that makes up most of the staff, and now he works on their show with them. That's something really cool that I never see brought up when people talk about all the talented internet artists that work on the show. Number 8. Sir Oliver Peanut is an edited picture of Newgrounds creator Tom Fulp. He just looks like he's happy to be here. My epic game theory is that this is the founder of whatever peanut company this guy's in charge of now, having entrusted it to him after he died. Number 7, our darling daughter and mother of 2, Smelina from Arizona. Not sure how to feel about them just shoving their own daughter in here. I think the darling part of the name might be a bit biased for that reason, but it's a funny lol name which saves it. Also, this is a picture of Christina Jaxie Tomar, so let's throw her a bone after all the unspeakable horrors her husband has put her through. Number 6, Lieutenant Damien Xavier Cowap is the only one of these to be named after the person he's a picture of. That being Mike Cowap, producer at Princess Bento, which handles the show's animation. Gotta respect the man in uniform, of course, but I love the fact that since this is from season 1 and it premiered in 2022, that means they just went ahead and predicted the year this guy would die. Let's hope they were wrong. The lieutenant would be dearly missed if it were true. Number 5, the OG Jonathan Q. Shrimpling, a picture of Adam Polowian, artist from The Bob and pickpocketing extraordinaire. He's mostly carried by just being the one to start all this. I respect him more than I really like him. But I will say, something I just picked up on is that the shrimp part of his name adds some credence to Pim's logic at the end of that other episode. Turns out there are people with shrimp in their name that aren't actually shrimp. It's entirely within reason for him to think that. He still needs his eyes checked, like, really bad. It's not a joke. Number 4, the average smiling friends. Wait, that's a real picture of me. How did they get that? I didn't die when I was less than a year. What the fuck? Number 3, Smormu James Carter. Yeah, this is the one. This is how you tie one of these into the episode. It's the perfect gut punch to be teased with the promise of a new character only to have him ripped away from you at the last minute. Yurik Salabar's Smiling Friends review explains this way more in depth, and I know how annoying it is when someone just parrots an opinion from a YouTube video they watched and they have nothing new to add about it. So just go watch that to understand why this is so good. This is number 2. The California Silly Billy Sex Pest is this high for being genuinely unnerving. I know it might look a bit too much like that one overused zombie girl face that's like the first result when you type scary face into Google, but dude, that smile directly aimed at you more than makes up for that. Second off, this is the final unknown person. They don't know who this is. What exactly she's implied to do is not only one of the worst things that could happen to a person, but the goofy nickname they gave her implies that she's pretty dismissed by authorities and not taken nearly as seriously as she should be, an all too common reality for victims of this sort of thing. And finally, she's still alive. She's out there, and unlike the lieutenant, there's no telling that she'll die anytime soon. If you're out in California, be absolutely careful. You'll never be truly safe as long as the California Silly Billy Sex Pest is allowed to roam free. And finally, we make it to number 1, the 2 mysterious lovers inviting you to their secret fort. That's apparently Zach Hadel and Michael Cusack that this is an edited picture of. This one's at the top of the list for a pretty elaborate reason. It almost tells a story, and a really heartfelt one. These 2 wanted to invite you to their secret fort. These 2 trusted and cared about you enough to share something incredibly personal to them. You and them clearly had a strong bond and held each other in strong regard. These could have gone on to be some of your closest friends. All the fun you'd have, all the ways you'd help each other when you need it, the comfort of having 2 more people to share the joys of life with and brave the harsh, unforgiving world with. But it never came to be. The lovers' lives were tragically cut short, and you never did get to go to that secret fort. You'll never know your friends any more than you already did. All that potential gone before you even realize it. You can still find someone who understands and treasures you just as much, if not more. Hopefully you already have people in your life who do. But you'll never shake off the idea of what could have been. The empty hole left by a missed opportunity. The fact that the 2 mysterious lovers inviting you to their secret fort will always be mysterious, and their secret fort will remain a secret forever. My only minor nitpick here is that since this specific one comes from Brother's Egg, an episode where the whole theme is about how important the bond between brothers is, it was a bit of a missed opportunity to have them be the 2 mysterious brothers instead. I'm not like morally objecting to them being lovers or anything like that. I'm not a chud. Ugh. I just think brothers better suits the context. And even then, it doesn't take away from anything I said. No matter what kind of relationship it is, this simple joke memorial unintentionally managed to touch on something incredibly profound and human. And I know, it's so much of a stretch. I should be a yoga instructor, but I don't care, dude. The whole fun of art is that there's so much you could take away from one thing that some of it can seem really baffling, whatever. And the two mysterious lovers inviting you to their secret fort easily offers the most to talk about out of any of these, so it earns its spot as the #1 Smiling Friends memorial gag. And that's all there is to it. This is the first time I've done one of these. Of course, I'm not going to know how to end it. But I don't know, since we spent the whole video talking about dead people, I'll just say, I mean, I know it's really overdone to give the whole spiel about cherishing those close to you because you could lose them at any time, whatever. So if I could try and add something new to it, you should cherish the people you aren't as close to as well. Anyone who even has the smallest positive impact on your life, lest you end up in a similar situation to the two mysterious lovers inviting you to their secret fort. So maybe I do know how to end this. Let's give all these guys a proper moment of silence. Except the silly Billy sex pest. Fuck that bitch. Also, she's not even dead. But as for the rest of them, may they rest in peace. We're gonna play KidPix. Yay! My dream come true. Hold on. So just a heads up, I have to actually like sit outside in my room at the computer to do this. I can't go in my closet to record like I normally do, and I have the least soundproof walls in the entire fucking world. So if you can hear like hissing from like the AC in the other room, sorry. Can't really, or this computer's hissing pretty bad. So sorry about that. Yeah, you can hear literally everything in this house. Everyone in the house knows all my fucking evil secrets, and I know theirs. If I keep doing this, one of these days, you're gonna hear someone just fucking in the other room really distantly in the background. So that'll be great. Another fun fact about this, this is through just Internet Archive's website. You can just play it right on there. You don't even have to download this shit. That's cool. What the this is an emulator. Why are you including all the install shit? What is your problem? Oh, loud. Let's hope that quiets it down. Guys, isn't KidPix what Jared Fogle has on his computer? I'm funny.
Paint a picture.
No. Don't tell me what to do. Here it comes. I'm just gonna get a feel for this real quick. What is that? Oh god, it's burning. We're gonna die. Alright, we'll push out the fire. Gold. We'll buy our way out of this problem. Money fixes everything. That's a satisfying noise. Ow. I can't do a bunch. Shit. Oh, how do we erase our sins? Oh fuck, let's just infest. What? Oh, that's okay. This is fun. Alright, we gotta write something powerful and resonant.
H I.
That doesn't work too well. Wait, hold on. Come on, more than that, dude. Come on. Come on. Whatever. What is this one?
5 4 3 2
Whoa.
1
0.
I thought I was gonna say 9/11. What the? Am I drawing a line or am I starting my car? What the fuck? Yeah, there's actually a truck. Look at this. What's that? Ah. Okay, get rid of this shit. More of these. Wow! There's something else to draw to warm up. Wait, I can still use the tablet for this. What the frick? Alright, we will do the classic warm-up that everyone does. Gonna piss on Homer, I guess. Oh shit! I don't think they have the. That's I think as close as we're gonna get. Homer's noticed you from across the bar. He thinks you're really cute. He's gonna ask you out. Except he's not. We're gonna fucking murder him. Oh, you're what? Oh. There is your true love is gone forever. You missed your window. Now you're gonna be lonely forever. Another warm up. Cool rat. The rat noticed you from across the bar too. Everyone wants to blow. Oh! It burns! Actually, wait, hold on. We can actually give this a sound effect in its own native software. Listen. There we go. I didn't even edit that in. That's just the sound the fucking bucket tool makes. Let's get the piss out of here. Oh, I got his face too. Oh no. Alright, now it's pissrat.exe. He's haunted. Turn it off. It's scary. He's bleeding into his own dick hole. And his dick hole's in turn like bleeding into the other eye. No, it's horrible. Get it off the screen. What is this? What is this one? Oh. One last warm up. So drew Homer. Drew a rat pissing on itself. I'll draw my dad. This is what my dad looks like. he's just waving hello. He's not trying to hit on you. You're safe. You can enjoy your time at the bar. Or is he? No! Not my dad. You're married. Dad, stop! Oh, what? Shit. Dad, put that away. Put your gay pride wiener away. You're married, man. Stop. Stop pissing gayness into your mouth. No. Oh man, I didn't think it would have to come to this. My dad has been corrupted by, adultery. That's what it's called. He's an adulterer. He needs to be. I must overthrow him. It's like Hamlet, but I'm not killing the uncle. I'm the one who kills the dad. Which one of these do we not do? That one. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna miss my dad. Okay. Alright, so now what we came here for, keep getting requests in my comments to draw random shit. Let me pull some up. Alright, Ronan A said, draw me a ham sandwich, I'm hungry, please. But he said that like fucking 2 weeks ago. He's probably starved to death by now. We'll honor him by drawing the sandwich anyway. So we got, oh man. Yeah, rainbow sandwich probably tastes nice, like kind of like candy. There's our top layer. Ham is like that color. It's because I'm on that brush. That's what it is. Oh no, I'm just fucking stuck in Rainbow Land. Okay, you're getting a rainbow ham sandwich. I'm stuck on this brush. Too stupid not to get rid of it. That's your ham. I'll just to be safe, it's just ham on the sandwich. He can add his own stuff at home if he wants more. Well, don't want him. Let him participate in his own meal, and that is your bottom layer. It give you some more ham, All right, eat up. Fucking cuts to his just deceased skeleton in the corner of the dungeon. He's dead. Mystery. What the okay. Ah! He's mocking me somehow like that. That wasn't my expense. Vinlove Anton Handesbukia, whatever, that's as good as you're gonna get. Wants me to draw the heart beeps, which is like some fucking 80s movie about a robot family. Why am I fucking cursed with the kid? Oh, this is how you fucking. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. Okay, so this is the mom. I think that's the mom. I get it's a robot. It doesn't technically have a gender, but it looks like the mom. This is her. She has really, really red lips. Her hair, we'll give it like that color. Really kind of curly ass. She has like this going on, and then I'll go with that color for like her. That's the blonde again. Whoops. Donkey Kong. I meant to grab this one. This one's a little closer. This is her. The dad. Dad has a big fat face that doesn't look like that. I fucked it up. This is the dad. I was doing like that because I gotta draw the robot in front of him. Fucking Andy Kaufman. Wait, this one. Not quite. Like that. Diarrhea all over him, yay. He's got like kinda grayish hair. There he is. The robot. Oh god, the fucking robot. This is the robot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not allowed to use the the pen and the tablet with this. Doesn't work, unfortunately. So you get this. Alright, I'm sick of this. That's enough. We used all of these there. Alright, that's an actual eraser. Oh! That used to be my favorite, cause fucking... Alright, so even though I think they stopped making these before I was born, I live in the fucking boonies. We're a couple years behind tech-wise, so... When I was in kindergarten, they still had the big box, like Windows XP computers. Even though this was like 2010 or 11, they had KidPix on them, and would just dick around with it before class started. And that one was my favorite. I thought it was like a actual like bomb icon, but I guess it's fireworks. Glorbo Gibbons just responded to the community post and said, "Now this is pod racing." So. I don't know if that's a request, but I'll draw fucking young Anakin. Preferably pod racing. Now this is pod racing, yeah! Okay, so all the reference pictures I'm pulling up just show like a really zoomed in angle of him, so... this is the... That's the hood. This is him. The KidPix studio, it irritates me. Let me go. Ooh, there he is. This is. He like holds that. Ugh. Trying to draw with a mouse in KidPix studio irritates me. This is pod racing. Let's see if we can do Jar Jar to compensate. All right, honest question: how many people would actually take that like lollipop of him where you have to like suck on his tongue? Discuss in the comments. So he's like, this is Jar Jar. I don't want to do an impression of him. That's not cool. Or there's not enough room for Jar Jar. Here. Jar Jar, no, Jar Jar notice you from across the bar too. He thinks you're really cute. And he's pissing. Oh god, he needs to see a doctor. That is I don't think his pee should be that color. That's awful. Or we can just kill him. Put him out of his agony. Yeah, I think we use all these at this point because these are just the regular erasers. This over is like the mask clear ones. What was this one? Oh, we didn't see that one. Wow. Getting turned to rectangles irritates me. Alright, so our last request is from undead legend. He wants me to draw Charlie from Smiling Friends drawing a little bit of fuck. Or is that how they said that bit? I forgot. Did they do a voice for it? I don't even remember. I am blanked out. Cool. Oni Plays Trivia. I first started watching it right in like early 2018 when Ding Dong and Julian were like first leaving the first time. That was awkward. It's like all the first things I watched from them were like their playthroughs, and then when I go to watch new stuff, it's like, oh, these guys are fucking gone. They're never coming back. That's cool. Yeah. But they make games. I think they actually put something out recently. I heard like a little web browser game or something. Check that out if I'm right. Oh, ugh. He really likes his sucker. There's this really long handle for no reason. So there he is. Here, we'll put Pim in the corner here. He's like, Charlie, chill the fuck out. This is the lollipop. Pim is the best lollipop ever. He inherited, I think he inherited that talent for suckling from his grandma, probably. So, like, imagine him doing that. That's what he's doing with the sucker. It's like, Charlie, I think you have a problem. You addicted to it. You addicted. That's the wrong pink. What's wrong with him? Oh, can we get in the corner there? We did. Then we need here. I don't know. This hat is diarrhea green. Nope. Yikes. Yeah. See, that guy doesn't like him suckling either. Here. We think that's like root beer. Nah.
Oops.
The one over. That's root beer-esque, I guess. We'll go with that. You know, we have more empty space. We'll put Glup. This is Glup. So we have. He's kind of that green, right? Oh no! There it is. Is this text? Kind of. You know what? I thought I was looking for the thing that lets me. A thing under it's probably lets me type, but we'll go with this.
C H A
Hey!
L.
Oh.
I
This is really inconsistent. What the fuck? Do they have commas? They don't have commas.
R
Here. You know what? So I don't have to keep scrolling back and forth. We'll fill it out like this.
X. L.
E
Jesus.
A
So that's Pim saying that, Charlie, relax. Ah! And then, but Charlie won't. He's rude.
C K O
See, that's their reaction to his profanity. There we go. Charlie, relax. Fuck off. Actually, fuck off. Leave me alone. Then Gleps in the corner going. Okay, alright. So that is all of our requests. Maybe I'll do a sequel if people want a sequel. They probably don't. We will here, there. So what's like the worst color we could put them in there in? They're in diarrhea hell. They've been banished to Diarrhea Planet. That's what we're leaving on. Alright, like and subscribe to free them from Diarrhea Planet. More of this. Wow. Unfortunately, KidPix Deluxe 3, which is I think what I remember playing in fucking kindergarten, is that's a little, because that's newer. They don't have like emulator stuff for it. You'd have to like actually download it and have it just not even work anymore. So we're doing this one again. Yeah, see, this would be the problem with getting KidPix 3 is this just does not exist anymore. So you can't run it. Literally, all this other shit is scary and unpleasant. I don't like it. Alright. Let's get some stuff we didn't dick around with the first time. What is this? Okay, okay. Don't care for that like at all. No. It's the egg beater. That one. Okay, Morse code. Does anyone know how to translate that? Oh my god, stop. That is the worst noise. Worst fucking noise ever. I don't like that. Oh god, what's the clown? Why is the icon for that a clown? That has nothing to do with clowning. Don't think we used this the last time either. Wait, yeah we did. Warm-up drawing. Oh, we did Homer in the last one. We'll draw. Peter Griffin's too easy. Let's all the Fox cartoon dads get too memed now. We will break out of that mold. I'm gonna draw fucking Duckman, dude. Why not thicker? Here. See, everyone's first instinct is to draw Homer Griffin. I am a visionary doing this instead. That's kind of... There he is. Yeah. God. Cannot. Here's George Costanza, fucking guy. He says, "What the fuck are you looking at?" Okay. Clearly, this fucking thing has had a lobotomy, so here's the scar. There he is, alright. That's enough. That's not what I wanted. It's enough for fucking you. Which one of these do I want? We're not gonna do as much warm-ups this time because there's fucking 7 of these requests First one's from Old Stomach Ache. He wants me to draw Gwimbly hanging out with his good friends Banjo and Conker. Dude, Gwimbly's already fucking hard. If I could like use my tablet, now I gotta use them with a mouse and this shit. Alright. That is the nose. Oh, gross. It's kinda... Is there... What other shades of yellow are there on this? Nope. Looks like they don't have really the cream corn color. Like between these two yellows is not there, so he's... So Gwimbly is in his jaundice arc right now. Fucking nasty. So there he is. Wait. But almost forgot the most important shit about him.
Oops.
That should be higher than that.
Oops.
Well, guess we gotta live with what we've done. Your Banjo, like the instrument. He's kind of like put him down here. Kind of looks like Rayman. We'll put the bird too, cause why not? Let's just put the bird anyway. Close. Fucking close enough. God damn, I forgot his ear. Apparently Conker is one of those like really spiky nuts. That's I guess that probably is their cone for the name, given what that game is. Alright, so he's a squirrel. What? Yikes! He's a fucking squirrel. Here. Okay. Oh no! Fucking vile. Alright, well, there you go. Bye. Right now, Razor Simon wants me to draw Voltar from the League of Super Evil doing the Nene. Ah, okay. I thought it would be like a action cartoon with like, well, I guess it still is, but I thought he'd be like realistically proportioned, because I don't know what this is, but no, he doesn't look that bad. Weird, like, hexagonal Invader Zim head, kind of. He's like... that's gonna be a bitch to bucket tool in. Shit, his head. I mean, I forgot what the fucking Nene looks like. It's been too long. Alright, I guess it's the thing where you like put your fist kind of like that. Hand's probably too fat for what he is. And that's fine. I think you should be doing the Patrick dance or the Harvey Freak instead. Like crimson red. Is it that? That's like brown. Or just do it. That one's fucking way too small for that. They're kinda gonna nuke him from orbit, and this is gross. Alright, fat ass cartooner, but with just an S, wants me to draw the Monopoly Man, but under his hat is a nasty sort of welt looking thing. See if I can draw him without reference. Okay, there's flesh tone. There we go. Now I got my reference of him. He's a little close, I guess. Or he's holstering the hat, and then what's his fucking welt? What is a welt? Is it just like a? I gotta look that up. That's gonna be fun. I thought welt was like could be like a big tuber thing, but it's just like big like bruised things. So you just have like a red fucking like that. That's his welts. I don't think his hat covers that. You know what? I'm gonna do that anyway. You give him his big stupid. Alright, I guess it's fucking him growing out of his head, then whatever. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like the thing's going like... that's just that again. Let's get the swear words. Right, Lord Smith the First wants me to draw him in an unfortunate situation. What kind of uniform is in his... Is he fucking like some kind of military? Alright. So he's like... What? Oh, I gotta think of the unfortunate situation. Fuck it, he's getting audited. That's what getting audited looks like. Says that, and here's Lord Smith. Nope, he got a dent in his head, I guess. He's got a mustache going on, like I guess that's his beard. He's kind kind of like a tie looking thing. Here's his badge, whatever. Wait, that was the perfect blue. Hold on. Where's beard colors? It's kind of like that. Okay, please do the fucking. Your year. And if this wasn't bad enough, I guess they're in the void. Okay, please gotta do the. Oh no! Yes! Thank fucking, because that's the perfect reaction to the situation. I'm so glad it did that one. We need. So this wasn't bad enough. Anvil. Oh my god! No! And if that wasn't bad enough, the nuclear fallout is upon us. Or, I guess in a weird way that is a good thing. It means he's not getting audited anymore. Alright. Okay, Pepper's Conger. Okay, no, I have too much self-respect to read that one out loud, but not enough self-respect to not draw it. This one looks like a fucking girl. It's not yaoi at all. You lying, deceitful. You're so lucky that these are just simplistic bugs. I don't mind drawing them. Oh god, that dude, that's just the fucking owl from the Funny Hell show. What are we doing? But you know what? That's a fun way to ruin the comments. What do we think of Cool Hell show? Are we? Wait, what's it actually called? A hell of a boss? Yay or nay? Let's have the worst comment section ever. Cause I watched the first season and kind of liked it, but that thing started happening where. Okay, I guess I'm stuck with it. That thing happened where. Does that ever happen to anyone? You kind of just keep watching something because you feel obligated because you watched all the other episodes. You don't actually enjoy it. That started happening with that show, so I didn't really keep up with it afterwards. I don't have the huge like Vivzy Pop hate boner. I'm not too in the know with that, but I also don't really care for the show. This dude is needlessly large. Kind of goes like that. This one's gotta be like ripping back there. Okay, I already forgot what colors the other one had. You're getting, I guess, the pink eyes. This is black. It also kind of looks like fucking Bender's ink machine, I guess. This is. It's like him and the gay owl had a gay baby, so they're. And now. These ones are also gonna have a gay baby, so we go full circle. Your body was gray and so is you. Okay, you know what? They got an anvil coming over them too. It's coming. And they And they're none the wiser. It was just an evil black hole. Let's kill him that way. Garpo Gods wants me to draw a different guy laughing maniacally as he sprays nasty diarrhea into his toilet, referring to this other picture I drew, so we'll do that. Let's think we'll... Is this... Here's the turlet. We just gotta make this guy look more sinister. There he is. Do we have... Thank God they have this many diarrhea colors. Look at that. This is so fucking overflowed. Gross. Gross. Ah. Dude, learn how to aim your fucking booty hole. Why does it go to one side? What have you been doing? I don't want to look at you anymore. You're scary.
5,
4.
Ah, I don't even get to...
3, 2,
Why is it way in the corner?
0.
Rip him in half. Then here's our last one. Aria the Blue wants me to draw Peter Griffin in Among Us. That already fucking exists. You know, someone made the thing where it's like, oh god, it was definitely green. Oh my god. Okay, you specifically said Among Us. I'm doing the Stone Chalice comic. Okay, nope.
Oh no!
Ah.
Oh no!
I don't know why Amogus is so fucking big, but okay. These took way too quick. What's something we can do with this one? Here, this is also yaoi, like the bug one. This one's blushing. Oh, Mogus likes it. I mean, you could already tell, but yeah. Okay. We gotta play around with these more. What is this one? Okay. Get peeing backwards into your own eye. Oh, is that what it does? It goes underneath? Is that the point of it?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's just play around with this shit more. Piranhas infesting. Okay, also he's Indiana Jones Peter. Bomb strapped to the chest. Whoa. Look at this guy. There's a distant window over here into the space. It's a toucan. What is this? Oh, chameleon. I thought the back was like a weird like head dangling from the ground. And he's a pirate. Oh my, holy shit, there's... Look at him, he's like... Ah! Okay, fuck that up. Oh my god. Okay, here's the fucking... Temple of Doom, because it's so much Indiana Jones shit. Bug. And time is running out for... They have to finish their makeout session this amount of time. You had 7 minutes in heaven, that's their timer. Delta Cyclist join. He has flippers, it's really counterintuitive. They asked the Magic 8 Ball they should fuck, and it said yes. Okay, I have a plan for you, of course. Okay, we're also camping. And we win the race. Celebratory Wiener. Oh my god, how? Why is there literally every like stamp in the world? Okay, that's the end. Here. Where was this? Give you a fire for your Wiener. And we win the gold medal. Now there's bugs. Oh, but remember this? Yeah. Yeah, you don't want those around, buddy. Gone. Okay. Alright, Broken Arm Man says goodbye. Goodbye, everyone! No! So I have officially been asked what programs I use to animate, like, at least 10 times, I think. Both in comments and by friends and family. Now, I'm not annoyed by it. I'm not saying, like, ugh, how dare you ask me questions! Yeah! But having to explain it all those times has kind of got me thinking. I use a lot of, like, free or relatively cheap stuff to make these videos. Meanwhile, you always hear people complain about how, like, Toon Boom costs $1,000 and Adobe is like stupid monthly subscription, and they charge you $200 if you want to cancel it. That's neat. So I'm going to show you how to get started with just art and animation on a budget. I'll also go over my process for making animations, but got an important disclaimer for that. This is not a tutorial on how to draw or animate. It's just like showing you programs and stuff you can get that's cheap to get you started, and just how I personally do my stuff. My art and animation looks like this, so if you want to learn how to do any of that on a professional level, you're in the wrong place. There's a million tutorials out there that teach you this stuff better than I could, like actual published books. Like, really think, would you rather learn how to animate from the guy who did this or this? That also goes for any program I show you in the video. This is not a tutorial on how to use those. You can find, there's a million places to go to that explain it better than I ever could. And my credentials for this, if you could call it that, is that these are my most viewed videos right now. If any of these are familiar to you, I went to community college for 2 years majoring in digital art, and by some miracle I passed and got a little associate's degree for that. Like, all these class projects you see here got A's. And finally, I mean, I've gotten far enough to make money off of what I do. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, $100 a month. You're so jealous. Don't worry, I supplement the rest of my income by getting really, really lucky with scratch tickets. I'm fine. Alright, let's see how I do this. Alright, so let's get the stuff that did cost me money out of the way. That is my... Hey, get off. Get off. Get off. Get off. Fine, stay there. Whatever. Alright, he's sitting on my friggin' laptop. There's my frog sticker. That was, forget how much that was. Shut up. I will put however much that cost on screen. That tablet, that is a Artist 12 Pro. Depending on where you get it, that'll cost you like $170 to $220-ish. Please be kinder to yours than I was. You can see all the scratches there from going too rough. that electrical tape around the thing there is because I need that to keep the little outer casing of the part that connects to the computer on. Like at one point that just slipped off and got stuck in there. I needed pliers to get it out of the little port there, and now occasionally need to like jostle that around to keep it connecting to the computer, and that's just my life until I get sick of it and order a new one. Anytime there's been voice acting in one of my videos, ever since this stupid Brian Griffin one I made, which actually made to test out this mic, everything since then has used this. This is an HyperX Solo Cast. It's gonna be around like $40. The suppressor here is a separate thing, or pop filter is what that's called, but that's gonna be like probably like $15, I think. I don't know. I'll put however much it is on screen. While we're here, this table we're on is like a sort of artist drafting table or easel thing that can it can flip up. Like when you see the pictures of like animators working, it can turn into one of those. But what I used it for was this stop motion video I did. This was the sort of stage that I had those on, and we'll actually pull some out. Just left all the stuff I use in here. Here's a clay figure. That clay you can get it at Dollar General for literally $2 if you want to do stop motion. It's the 4K camera I have. This was like in the $100 range. This tripod was won by my dad won it in an auction, but you can get one of these for like $15, $30. It's not that bad. I also have Vegas Movie Studio 17, which is supposedly a neutered down version of Sony Vegas that's like missing some of the effect stuff, but it has the bare minimum of what I need. It's usually around $200, but they're always doing holiday sales where it goes on to like $80, so you can try and catch those. Sometimes Movie Studio refuses to open on my computer, so if that happens, I'll use this other one that just comes with Windows called Clipchamp. So if all you need to do is like combine your scenes together, then this is serviceable. And there's also like free editing programs you can find, like DaVinci Resolve, I think, for computers, and then a bunch on mobile. So I'll have them to just and I can just lay in my bed while I work just make stuff on my phone. CapCut is the most popular example of this. I used that for any like shitpost stuff I made for a while, but it's the same company as TikTok, so it comes with the same like shadiness that they have. If you want to avoid that, all the title and ending cards in my recent videos were made in an app called VN. That's free. There's a free version of it, and this whole first section of the video that was just me talking was compiled together in another free app called InShot. You can get a free version of these, and if you can put up with just ads being ran on it, then these are both pretty reliable. So basically, you can get like the tablet and microphone combo is just $200. That's assuming you already have like a computer, but if you don't, just add like that $400, so $600. And the rest of the stuff I mentioned is kind of extra, like you don't need it, or you can find an alternative. But even if you put all that in there, that's under $1,000. Everything I listed, if you just buy all that, it's cheaper than one Cintiq or Toon Boom. Just work any minimum wage job for a month, and you could afford all this if you're like reckless with your money. Plus, I didn't even have to buy most of the stuff, just the camera. The rest of it is I asked for it for either Christmas or my birthday, so mommy and daddy bought it for me. Also this is just if you want to get the exact like combos of stuff I have. There's other methods of getting material or whatever. So I have a friend who does commissions, and every picture I'm showing on screen right now is something he drew on his fucking iPad. So if you have one of those laying around, or you have $300, just buy a little stylus thing. You can get Flip-A-Clip for free and go to town. Or you still have your DS from when you were a kid, you make something in Flipnote, get one of these little SD card adapters, get it on your computer, go to this site here to convert it into a format that people actually fucking use, and there you go. You can make a living just making little cartoons with Flipnote. There's people who've done it. So basically, yeah, just any method you can think of that works for you. Either way, there's a bunch of like cost-effective options to get into animation. Everything else I use is completely free. Audacity for recording stuff, which seems to be what most people use, that's free. I use a mixture of Krita and OpenTunes for drawing and animating, those are also free. Little fun fact, OpenTunes was originally developed to help with Studio Ghibli movies, like they commissioned the software. So the same program that helped make Spirited Away was used to make a video of SpongeBob drinking cum. Just want to point that out, it's funny. There's other cheap options, again, like I mentioned Flip a Clip, but Blender exists too, and that's free. Even though it's pretty hard to learn, there's tutorials. If you just want to do art, like there's some non-animation programs like Fire Alpaca, I think is free. I always see people cream their pants over Procreate. That's just a one-time purchase of like $12. There's others you can look up and see what works better for you, but this has gone on long enough. Let's see how I make this crap. Alright, first things first, we need our audio, whether it's we're recording something or ripping it. This is Oni Plays audio I ripped, and you can either just get like a YouTube MP3 converter, or you could just record it with desktop audio and Audacity. Make sure you have these two settings if you want to do that. And let's see what we got.
Oh, nice, there he is. Big fucking rat.
So that is one line of dialogue. We're going to, thinking the actual thing I cut out Dave's little part there, but we highlight all this, then I'm gonna export. Make sure you do export selected audio, because if you just do any of the others, it'll still save all of the recording even though you just highlighted it. Let's name it something. I like to do wherever name 01 to just so it's easy to keep track of and comes up in the order I need it. So we have that. We'll delete this so it's out of the way, and then you just repeat that until you've got each little part of the audio that you would want to lip sync, like split into its own thing. Alright, so we have OpenTunes pulled up. I just took a project file I already did, but like just imagine this is blank when you get in. So the first thing you would do is all your audio pieces you recorded, you can just drag and drop them in here. Like just get out of your file folder, drag and drop them in here, and I kind of just have this as its own column for all of the audio. We'll see. Oh yeah, this little chip in that border there that indicates that this is where one recording stops, and this is where the new one starts. You can see it's the Teenager in 2006 video. I figured of all of these, that's the one people would want to see the making of the most, but so this is Krita, open in here. I draw every asset in this, and any little frame by frame animation is also done in here, so we can see this is that same drawing of the clouds. It's a still image. We go in here, go back. This red rectangle here is like your camera, so we can see this. See how it pans through like that. There he is. You might notice he is not present in this because he is just his own drawing that I did separately and just laid it over top, so I can kind of have more control of dragging him around. Except I didn't actually tween him here. You can see he is manually dragged up frame by frame. That's something I like to do. It's the same idea as tweening, where you don't have to draw a different thing each time, but I think it's easier to give it like life and energy like that. It's not like robotic. So my little strat is, so this is him, like he's starting to come into frame. He goes significantly further up, more significantly further up, but this last frame here is he just kind of slightly goes up more. That gives him the effect of like kind of easing in there at the end like that. And then this goes fast enough, I just didn't bother. Also, so you got your keyframes. You can right click and just set key for when you want to do that, or if you just like, you want to just jostle this, see it made a new keyframe there. Have removing parts. Also the title was thrown in editing. That's not here. Let's go. Oh, yep. Forgot he is transparent. Didn't bother bucket tooling him in. So you got this. You can toggle that on and off. If you want to save stuff as PNGs, you can just do it here. I'm sure other programs do something similar. But thankfully that does not matter too much, because here, see the OpenTunes background here is white, so when we put the transparent thing over top of it, it just shows it as white anyway. That's fine. And also, so you notice like the drawings in 4x3, but this is full 16:9. It's because in OpenTunes, if you want to have something be 4:3 aspect ratio, it also forces the resolution to be like accordingly low. So I would have to have this only in 480. I want to be able to have the option to watch it in HD while still being cut down for like authenticity because of what it is. So rendered it like this and just cropped it in editing. So this, let's see what's down here. There's more of this. Let's pull that up and create a, nope. So this is how that looks here. You can see it's our sort of fake 3D perspective of whatnot, kind of going down this road. See, there's no background there, so I could put just a separate cloud backdrop in. See, goes all the way like that, and then you can add like 2 frames a second. Oh boy, we can have it like pan down like that, add more to this like sort of 3D effect I was trying to go for. Again, he's a separate drawing here. The wheels, little line marks on the wheels move differently frame by frame, and so we come back out. And it's the same thing, just mirrored for him coming down the road. He's a similar deal where, whoop, that's further back. So there's this, and then we have just him as like that little, because he's a separate little thing. I just did those 2 drawings, save them as PNGs, and you can flip them back and forth like they're, this is him. So yeah, just so these are in their own little column there. Alright, so we're on this. Let's go to that in here. Here that is here. There is 3 frames of it for the zip line kind of vibrating like that. You'll notice he does not have his mouth. He's missing that. So let's, but it is in here. Let's look at it. Is it this? I guess so. On the very right here, we can just see the frames like just as they are. So that's one mouth of it. This is supposed to be like for E sounds, for O sounds, and so on. So cool thing that I like about OpenTunes is, so you draw your 10 mouth shapes there. You can come here, click this, go like that. You can just have the program do the lip sync for you. This is, you need a plugin called Rhubarb, which you can just get for free off of GitHub. And then, so you pick which file you do. This is why I saved each line of dialogue as its own thing, so I can do this. And you can type something in here to sort of help the program discern what's being said and lip sync accordingly. You would click apply, and then it like puts in the right order, except it's not perfect. Sometimes it screws up, like, so this little gap where it's, also did point that out. So this is, so like this sort of, you have the 1 kind of goes down, that discerns which frame it is and how many frames it's on screen. You click this little thing at the bottom to drag it out for duration or whatever. And then so this means that it holds on the closed mouth for that long, this many frames, but it's fine here because this is just where you actually like stop talking. But sometimes you'll get bits where stuff that's supposed to be saying multiple words will just have a block like this because it didn't bother lip syncing that part. You have to fix it yourself. Actually, I think this might be like I just did this by myself because it didn't get as then it did really bad like figuring out what he's saying, because like the music in the background of this and in other only places where they talk over each other a lot messes the lip syncer up. Then so I made this little green hill a separate beast from the full background here. So we can more sort of 3D. This is closer so it slides faster. See him in the back there. Also helps. And what is this? Okay, so yeah, so because he's like that, you know. Let's open that in. Here's how that looks in OpenTunes. There it goes. So his Thrasher shirt, I just took the actual decal and plastered on later, because you can just import images into this like that, but a lot of times it kind of lags it out and crashes it, so I try to avoid that as much as I can. So here, this is a different mouth. I just did all this to lip sync by myself because he just says a couple words. It's not too bad. So here he goes. Go through here. Yeah, and it stops when he gets there, because so when we look at that, yeah, see, so it pans away from his mouth for like the ending part of this, so it like there's no point in doing his mouth if it's not even going to be on screen. Let's see it pan down to. So we have that to the tune of the song. Oh my god. So I just stole the gradient offline, oh boy. And what's cool about this is, so I just had to do autosave. That's what that is. It's trying to do. So I could just copy paste one of these mouths to the other one because they say the exact same thing. That's cool. Oh. This is what fucking breaks, because I just put the actual fucking Naruto footage over top of this, just in here, because for some reason I didn't want to just wait for editing. So that fucks us up probably. Here is, let's pull that up in this. Oh, here's that. Also, how it kind of pans. This is also not a tween. I just did that myself. So here's how that looks. And here, you'll notice, did not bother drawing his body for this first part because it starts zoomed in. This part is cropped off originally. So then he kind of he shakes around a bit. So how you do that in Krita, it's not, you can't do tweeting in this, but you can do my little fake tweeting I like. Click this icon here and you can drag him around, you can squash him up and down. That's just your free drag tool. Let's fix him. And then he does that bounce. So this is a little mind trick for you. If you just do that, you know, it's just another drawing. That the bounce kind of deludes you into thinking there was more movement there than there was. So that's, you see that sort of kind of bounce trick in like a lot of older internet cartoons from the time that this is kind of trying to harken back to, like Odd Ones Out does it. Now you know how they do it. Here's our solid background here, because let's scroll down to that. Is it this? Yep, see, we just have this, that, and that, just pre-made stuff. Let's see what this is. See, so it was very important to bucket tool the white here, because otherwise he would be see-through in front of his hot topic here. We can actually see a part where I like fucked that up, kind of showed him talking about later. But yeah, that's something you gotta really try to remember if if you have your white like drawing canvas. It's an easy thing to forget because it's just already white, looks like. But you still need a bucket tool that. Here is, this is more of that bullshit. I just put the actual jackass footage in here for some reason. So let's see how that looks. See, in here it's just blank screen. And then up here it's jackass, so it's kind of like, so then it's not as like nothing going on. Just have this still image because you have there's something moving. And then here they are. It's the same thing where you can just copy the exact same lip sync because they're doing it in harmony. Let's actually watch the sort of bounce thing in motion. So I'll show that. So we'll show he squashes down. We should be able to see like the layering over here. Like all three of these kind of have to be their own. Actually, wait, I think. Oh yeah, he doesn't have to move at all, so he's just part of the TV. Okay. And then there's him squashing up. We'll see how that looks in motion. Oh, and this part, this is probably one of my favorite things in this whole thing. I like how this sort of turned out. We have, so there's Tony Hawk just in here, Matt Hoffman, him is the same thing where he says the one bald and then something blocked by their like gorilla noise sense just sound. So that's the 4 syllables. That wasn't too bad to just lip sync myself. But like if it's a full like line, if there's anything you do want to automate about animating, it is that, because it's such a simple yet mind-numbingly tedious thing. It's just like I would rather use that time to like figure out how to do the like hard stuff and get that over with. Just personally, he squashes. So here, because this is him saying I can't remember his name, so that's a few more words. I just did that lip sync with the program there. And here he is, and then so all of that is just, it's still images in there. I did my little tweening also. So these arrows here are, if you hold on, if you like right click here, that is sort of, it's ease in and ease out interpolation, which like it's really finicky in this. You can only do it if there's a certain amount of space between keyframes, but that's how you get where they kind of like accelerate and slow down, which is good. Sometimes it makes panning look a little better. So let's see how this looks. So that's how that works. So this is the keyframe for him being all the way over there, and then it snaps back over here for him to pan in the same way. And then this whole thing where it's like moving past the checkerboard is inspired by, there was an Eddsworld music video thing that's actually from 2006 that has similar effect. I think it looks nice, and it's indicative of the time. Also, similar thing, this Curious George movie came out in 2006, so that's why that's there. And so that's good that he's his own thing, and the background is a good thing, so you can actually have it like go behind him. Doesn't like obscure him at all. So he comes in. So then here's I'm skipping past the Bliss background. Let's see how that looks. Here's how that looks here. They come up, down. It will fucking load. Alright, there he goes. When they come up, his leg it's a different leg that's in front. that doesn't really register too much with this, like his black pants. So it's like that. Let's see what's next there. Whoop. Oh yeah, and then this writing is also its own like separate file that can just, so I can just have it tween through. Ooh, it froze, and like a more fucking Naruto footage put over that. That's such a good idea. This program can totally handle me doing that. It's great. Here's how that looks here. So actually, something I had to do is, so his hair, this is kind of bad composition. This is why this is why I don't want to teach you like animating device. Like he should be further away so this doesn't connect. It fucks with, like I'm trying to do like sort of perspective, like this is in the back, but we have this, and then so where his hair should go, it should go like, maybe we can, yeah, we can see my little hacky like bucket tool fuck up here. So it goes into the TV a little too much, so when you look at it, so even though this is all one drawing, the way I still got his hair to like kind of go over top of that, not to, it doesn't look like there's, it's like caught in the screen there, is, let's see it. This green little column here, it means I clicked this brush and actually drew something, so I filled in his hair with like that, but I don't just draw in OpenTunes, because the way this works is, oh my god, that, I don't like that. I need it to be just instant. So we have that. Let's see what else is here. Oh yeah, another thing where it like pans out to reveal this. I don't know why I just didn't, it could have just had one frame of, or I guess two, for his drum animation. I don't know why I just didn't just already, oh that's right, because they changed their faces, that's right. And then, so when you get to this is, so by this point we have like, so there's, that's another sort of shortcut thing, is there's only like 70 unique frames, and there's just certain ones are on screen for like certain amounts of time to stretch it out. And so my computer kind of, like once you get to this many like frames of something, it kind of starts slowing down, straining the computer. So save that as its own thing here. Then let's go to part 2. It is this. This is a weird thing. It's like a mix of like kind of like dragging him across the screen and frame by frame. So if it'll let me in there, see a sort of smear thing where he's like stretched out, his fingers are bent back like that. Comes all the way over here. That's him squashing down, but these are all new drawings. I think nope, those are new. And this part's different. I just had to add more to his legs for him to be taller. Comes down, it's the same, copy paste to that same frame there. Comes back. This is it's a weird little thing here. See, he jumps. That's all just one drawing that I rotated, and then so here's his Naruto run down the hall. Let's see how that looks in here. I actually bothered to kind of put the effect, show that this is the other leg in front this time. And he trips, kind of slides a bit. Let's see how that looks. Is it this? No, it's not that. I think it's this. Yep, see so this is the file for the lockers as their own thing in the back, so they can pan through like this. And then I kind of just, instead of him like sliding, this looks more like tripping to have him like rotate away like this. And then this bully is meant to be the main dude from High School Musical, because that came out in 2006. Was trying to go for that. I don't think it looks like him. I don't even think his character was that. He's like a actual like rotten bully, but I don't know. I still think that's a fun like stupid face. I still like this design, even though it doesn't really indicative of that. More camera pan shenanigans. He's supposed to look like he's sucking the emo dick, but that's not. It is just his trombone, because he plays a trombone in real life. Aren't I smart? Here's this. So this is specifically, it's Fred Fredberger from Billy and Mandy, because he was like Cartoon Network's mascot for a little bit in 2006, where it was just him over a red background saying bullshit. A lot of ads of that. Sonic 06. Dude, this is blanking out. What year did Sonic 06 come out in? Help. Here's our dumb looking Steve Irwin. So, wait, no, that's up here. You have 3 frames to see this fucking Stingray come in. I held a community tab poll to ask if this was in bad taste, and a overwhelming majority of people said no. So I don't have to take full responsibility for that being there if you're mad at it. Here is traced over a infamous picture of a LAN party, is what this is called. There's someone else made a trace where it's Family Guy characters in the positions. So the Halo 2 footage I put over this was actually did that in post like a normal fucking human being. Because this is Counter-Strike here, and also it's a still image, so it doesn't move. So there you go. What else is down here? It's Madagascar with Alex the Lion. So that's what this character is. This is how Blaze the movie fan like draws himself, and he's a separate thing. I forgot to put him in there, and it's also like when you can't do like tweeting stuff in Krita, it's nice to be able to just keep track of just these 2 things and not have the third thing in there. Just throw them in later. What is this? Oh, here's the 9/11 smoke that doesn't move. But I did bother to animate this fucking rainbow flying, and there you go. Here's Shoop the Whoop, another example where he says 4 syllables. I'm not gonna make the program do 4 syllables, so plus you can, he says Shoop, and then whoop, so you can just copy paste the same like O. So there you go. He slides back. That's another fake tweening I did in Krita. Here's his. Have this. So you can go to actual animation tutorials, learn about like 1s versus 2s, but for this, if this moved at 1s, it kind of looks too nauseating. So you just have your 1 drawing. You can drag it out, so you don't have to actually like have this project file going at like 12 versus 24 frames a second. You can just, it's 24 frames a second, but just have these manually make them on screen for 2, and also just copy paste them. Kind of disappointed with this. I don't think it looks enough like George Bush. Like I didn't accentuate his cheeks enough, really. Kind of looks more like Bill Clinton a little. What's down here? Osama. You don't really get to see this, but I like him just looking straight at the camera with his dumb Simpsons eyes. And then him darting his eyes that's frame by frame, but it's the same effect as my like fake tweening, where, so this is where he like starts, he gets kind of where he's going, and a little just slightly more to have it kind of ease in. Something you could do is like we could switch like step 3 and 4 here around, so you get that sort of like bounce effect, like they overshoot and come back. I'll do that sometimes. Same effect of like kind of just adding more life, even though it's not too, I guess not, this isn't groundbreaking animation, but just little things like that to make it look more appealing to look at. And him coming back, I think this is iPod Nano. And this, what I was trying to do is, it's like it slides past, then he comes in. I was trying to go for like another fake 3D thing where like you sort of, so it's like a POV of like him looking at his iPod, and then it kind of like spins back to actually show him dead on from a dance. I put, here's how his headbanging looks with at like 2 frames a second. Here's how that looks without the filters I put over this to try and invoke Movie Maker. Let's see, I think, is this the, yes, this is it. So this is what I was talking about, where you don't bucket tool the white. That's supposed to be part of his head, but it's like its own little thing. I did not fill it in, so now it's orange. And then something really weird is, I guess I may have remembered to do it there, but not here. I don't know how that fucking works. How the, here is, wait, 1, 2. This is our vacuum joke. It's something that doesn't really show up in here, but like if you're just gonna have a still image on screen, like at least have like some kind of either, I mean this is fine because it's like literally like 2 seconds of just being there and then it cuts to something else. But what I'd like to do if you're just gonna hold on a still image for really long is just have it like kind of pan, like zoom out, just so there's like movement, some kind of movement. Here is Wii Sports. I guess that's where he starts. That's frame by frame and throwing that. Then my weird hybrid kicks in with a jump. So I didn't quite remember how this looked. This is in like when you fuck up Wii Sports Bowling, everyone in the back like jumps. So I was looking it up trying to remember how it looked, and I was like, oh please God, I just hope they don't spin around. Please tell me they don't. And they sure enough, they spin around. I was like, fuck, I have to actually draw that. It's more work. Except not even too bad, because it's like 4 frames of them spinning around, and I didn't even change the body, just the head and arm placement, or the ball for their hand. And also, I don't even think they're rendered like this in the bowling. It's didn't earn that cheat. Come down, they see, this is what I was talking about a little earlier with Osama's eyes. They squash down like that to sort of, that's another little effect to sort of punch that up a bit. Here's this. I love being oh, that's right. This is, so you can very easily pinpoint this, where I just got sick of making it, wanted it to be over. There's like barely anything past this point. In this section here, I just flashed a bunch of like actual pictures of stuff from the time on screen, rapid fire. Still image, I don't think 2006 is a little late for this, but I just didn't know what else to put there. Another still image, but see, this is what I was talking about. Like if it's gonna hold on these still images, the little strobe effects I put in is like bare minimum to like make it like a little, add more life here. Not a total slideshow. Here's their memory book they're looking at. Something funny about this is, so that is the robot baby from the PS3 commercial. Is one last little thing that was actually from 2006, but someone in the comments thought it was Clurf. It was a Clurf. Like if you know who Schmorky is at all, you would know why that's a pretty insane thing to put in here. But that is not what this is. I thought about putting one in there because that is like, you know, like it's like something awful. It's pretty 2000s-ish. I probably could have put it like back up in this like montage here if I wasn't a lazy fuck. But it was not meant to be. And we have, let's see what this is there. Oh yeah, this is where it reveals that they were just 30-year-old fucks looking at memories past. So that's kind of what I wanted to go for with the. So that's what his pink glasses are that he has throughout the video. It's supposed to be literal rose tinted glasses because they wrote the song as a joke, but I don't know, it still kind of fits the mold of like really like superficial nostalgia bait songs. Like so it's kind of invoking that a little. He has his own lip sync here and like that, and then this is where it fades to black. The Windows Movie Maker credits are not on this, obviously, but they're not actually done in Movie Maker. I don't think there's a way to download it in current day. I don't like all the archives I looked up for like how to find it just aren't around anymore, it seems like. So what I did for that was I just like screenshotted a old video that had the Movie Maker, and then just put my own text over it, and then it seems like that tricked people. I don't think anyone noticed unless I like told them. So kind of been away from Krita for a while. Let's see what it is. Oh, this is him sliding back. It's the same thing here to like kind of resize him. Is how I did that, and then just drew the mouth over him. Seems I think we kind of you kind of get the gist of like how stuff is done. So when we save this, we go to render. You can save it as a video like an MP4, but image sequence here is it saves every individual file or every individual frame of this as its own PNG. So that's how we get we're able to keep the transparent effect and just have if there's any kind of like walk cycle, it's really useful for that. So you discern like which frame of this is the last one, you name it, file location, all that, and then so for naming it, whatever you want to name it, make sure you put a period at the end of it. So let's pull one up. All right, so here is how that looks. How each frame of this, when rendered as image sequence, looks. It's all in its own folder. It's named .0001 and so on. Look at this fucking shadow ghoul. And so this is how OpenTunes reads image sequences. So if we come in here, we just drag any one of these frames into whatever. See, it can tell that they're all supposed to go together. So every frame that was in that folder gets put in here, and you can, if something needs to be on screen for a certain amount of time, you can drag it like this, and there you go. That's how we get our Krita stuff into OpenTunes to do all this crap. And then, so we kind of went in a weird order, but I like to just draw it in Krita first, and having just the like audio here is good, so you can like just come back to it, see what you need to put in the animation, and then so I like draw everything in Krita, do that to get in here, and then just drag it around as I need, put the lip sync on, get any like additional assets in here, like just ripping sound effects or whatever. And there you go. That is how I make this garbage. Everything else I made is like done similarly, but I figured this one, like this is the popular one, and it has probably the most going on to look at. So there you go. Hope you learn how easy it is to at least get into animation. Not necessarily like do it good, but it is accessible to anyone with a computer, basically. As long as you just have a computer and like some money, this has never been easier to get into. So hope you enjoyed.